What's up guys, I'm Caden with Crypto Now or Never and welcome back to another update on Turbo. If you enjoy this style of content, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. As always, none of this is financial advice. Let's get into it.
I have a dream, that's all I need. I'll make it happen with some work and belief. Know what I want.
Okay, so as you guys can see right now, Turbo has actually had a decent little bounce over the last couple days. It bounced up about 27% from the bottom of this pullback. Now, I understand that there are some projects that are outperforming Turbo right now, but I want to point out that Turbo pumped 381% from the lows. So if you actually put things in perspective, Turbo is still performing very well right now compared to a lot of the market. But one of the biggest reasons that Turbo is getting a bounce is because of Ethereum. And if you look at Ethereum right now, we look phenomenal. Ethereum had a very strong breakout from this bull flag, and we have clearly gotten back above the 200-day moving average. This was a very important level for us to reclaim. You can see that we got rejected off of that level many different times. So as of right now, the main thing that I'm watching is to see if we get a continuation candle or if we come back down and have a retest off of this level again. Both of those scenarios could be bullish for Turbo. A bullish retest would not be bad at all. It'd be a support and resistance flip. Regardless of what happens though, Ethereum looks much better right now than it did before. And if you look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin is also pushing very hard. It's up to 108,700. And just earlier today, it pushed up to 110,500. But it has had a little bit of a pullback, which is to be expected. But one of the biggest reasons that I think Bitcoin looks great right now is the monthly time frame. If you look at the stochastics, they still have juice to keep going, and we have had two very strong closes in a row. In fact, the previous candle was the highest close that we have ever had. So it won't be shocking at all if June is a continuation candle. And the reason that I think it won't be shocking as well is because of M2 global liquidity. And I point this out all the time, but it's very important to understand. M2 global liquidity has been breaking out since January, and it is still breaking out right now. And there's also a possibility that we continue to see M2 global liquidity rip for months. Now, is that guaranteed? No, it's not. But if it does, then that could be excellent for the crypto market. As you guys know at this point, because I've showed it in pretty much every single video, M2 global liquidity usually front runs breakouts. You can see it's happened pretty much every single time, and it's already happening again. We've already put in new all-time highs, but I would not be shocked at all if we go higher. And obviously, the better that Bitcoin and Ethereum perform, the better that a project like Turbo is going to perform. What I do want to point out is Turbo on CoinMarketCap. So you can see that Turbo's volume still has not really had much of a spike. It's at 57 million. It's actually down 16% in the last day. And if you look at where most of the volume's coming from, HTX actually has almost 30%. That's actually crazy to see. Binance only has 10.6% and Coinbase only has 2.5%. So HTX is doing very well. But other than HTX, the volume is pretty well spread out. But if you compare Turbo to a lot of other meme coins in terms of volume, it doesn't look bad right now. For example, you can see right here, Turbo's 57 million, Mew is 40 million, Popcat's 72 million, Mog is 43 million, Dog is 13 million, ApeCoin's 42 million, Bread on Base is 50 million. So you can see that Turbo's competitive with pretty much all of these projects. And when Turbo was having that initial breakout that I was showing you guys where it spiked up about 380%, it had over 700 million volume. So it is definitely capable of having huge volume spikes. But those of you guys who are a little bit worried about the volume right now, don't be. Turbo is still very competitive with the projects in the same market cap range. Now, there hasn't really been any major news with Turbo though when you look at their X account since my last video. You can see they're up to 112,000 followers. But they're really just continuing to post on here every day. They did get posted by Topper on June 10th. But ultimately, they're keeping their community engaged, which is very important. As you guys know, community is the #1 most important aspect in crypto. And I'm not even just talking about meme coins. That also includes utility coins. Community is what is going to build hype around a project. And community is the one thing in a project that you cannot buy. Community is built over time. Just like this post right here that Binance posted on June 10th. The community is all that matters. And as of lately, Binance has stayed pretty true to that. They changed the game when they listed Turbo and Nero CTO. Community is extremely important, and Turbo has an excellent community. But that's about it for the update today. In general, the market looks so much better than it did previously. Even if we have a little bit of a pullback in the short term, it's very bullish to see that we are back above the 200-day for Ethereum. But if you guys are interested in joining a like-minded community and getting into projects super early like Turbo, then I always recommend taking a look at my Discord. We've been printing in here this entire bull run. You can see on the all-time gainer list, we have nailed some massive gains. But if you look at the crypto gain section, we're printing pretty much every single day. You can see right here, my boy Joey nailed his first ever 100x project a few days ago. So if this is the kind of community that you'd like to be a part of, you can find the link right here on my YouTube homepage. I'd love to see you guys in here. But that's about all. Let me know down in the comments, how are you guys feeling about Turbo? If you found this content valuable, please do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.